Hello there guys, welcome to another Reading the Bible cover. Today is day 37 and we are in Leviticus 18, chapter 18 verse 19 to chapter 21-24. So this is kind of talking about the holiness of priests, the holiness of people, punishments for different sins here and there. There's a few classical Leviticus verses in this text today, so I'm quite excited. My first point is in 18:21. Now, before I was doing Bible study, I was reading about a portion, so this verse just popped right out, and it is 18:21. You shall not give any of your children to offer them to Moloch, and so profane the name of your God. So children are sacred, I guess, in a way, but most importantly they're not to be sacrificed, and they're not to be sacrificed to another god. 18:30 is another point. Something that I've been noticing frequently throughout the Bible is God, of course, appealing to his own authority. And it's kind of a central doctrine of the Reformation, like God's word is our highest authority, of course, that being God in a sense. But in verse 30, he's just like straight, I am the Lord your God. No other reasoning, I am the Lord your God, that's all you need. Chapter 19:2 is a verse that I use quite frequently on the streets. It is, speak to all the congregation of the people of Israel and say to them, you shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. So God, once again, giving the standard for his people, holiness to that of God's, which is perfect holiness, which we'll never be able to achieve throughout this life, but through someone else we may. In 19:12, of course, this is another example of taking God's name in vain. This one specifically, you shall not swear by my name falsely and so profane the name of the Lord your God. I am the Lord. So another violation of one of the commandments, of course, is just taking a false vow in a sense. My next point in 19:17, of course, this one's another one about not hating your brother, which later Jesus talks about is like committing murder in your heart. That's 19:17, which is, you shall not hate your brother in your heart. Pretty clear, but you shall reason frankly with your brother, neighbor, lest you incur sin because of him. Quite interesting. And in 19:28, you shall not make any cuts on your body for the dead or tattoo yourselves. Interesting verse, and I think it's quite a popular one today. Well, not as popular right now, but it used to be quite a popular one, where people are like, oh, Christians can't get tattoos. But within this context of the verse, everywhere from 19:26 to verse 31, these are practices of the Canaanites. Holiness, in a sense, meant that you could not act like the Canaanites at all. God's like, I have set you apart, everything down to the way you mark your bodies and cut your hair and stuff like that. So in a sense, when you look at the context, a lot of things make a bit more sense. Verse 22, another child sacrifice verse. Say to the people of Israel, anyone of the people of Israel or of the strangers who sojourn in Israel who gives any of his children to Moloch shall surely be put to death. Nice. That's what happens with child sacrifices. They're put to death. 2014, adultery is punishable by death. This is also bestiality, incest, a few other things here and there. And my final point in 21:14, which is a little point for the Orthodox, no, maybe just the Catholics, that even in the Old Testament, priests took wives. that's all for today. Thanks for watching.